Warning, this podcast contains a lot of shit. Good shit, though.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for The Flash, Season 2, Episode 8, Legends of Today. I'm your host, Cleo, and with me I have Dom. Hi.
Oh, hi.
This episode
This particular episode
was so good.
Oh my god. It was. And I'm so glad that I caught up on everything that there is to catch up on Arrow, because I was worried for a little while that I wasn't going to catch up in time.
Yeah.
And I made it. I'm here. I'm all caught up.
You understand.
I understand everything in the Arrowverse now. And I'm relevant on all the shows, so headcanon. Yeah, I can't believe, like, when we started this podcast, I was like, fuck the Arrow, I like the Flash. And now I'm just like, I need both of them in my life.
You almost didn't do The Flash.
I almost didn't do the Flash, and which it's really funny because I was a big Marvel fanboy for a while there, and well, I'm not saying that I'm not a Marvel fanboy, but my hope is diminished for them. It's DC TV. That's where I'm at right now.
Keep faith. I think Marvel's continually on point. Although you don't like the season of S.T.A.R, so.
I only watched the first 2 episodes, so I can't really give it a fair. I just didn't have time to keep going with it. It was basically. Yeah.
Listen.
I'm listening.
I know we're caught up and we understand everything and we know everyone who's in this episode. But I think they did a pretty good job of introducing Team Arrow to people who may not know everyone.
They did, and especially if you only watch The Flash. So if you only got The Flash and then the whole thing, with Thea, and just the way that was introduced, it was just great.
We know The Flash? I didn't know we know The Flash. We know The Flash. That was great. That was so funny. Because it took me a second. I didn't realize that was before her time.
Yeah.
As Speedy.
Oh, yeah.
I did think it was weird, though, because in this season of Arrow, in the beginning, Thea was trying really hard to shake the name Speedy and have them call her Red Arrow. But now she's defending her nickname to Cisco, who was saying, I can come up with a better name for you.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
I would have liked to see what he could have come up with.
Me too.
We didn't get it. We didn't get that out of them, but they were a little busy. So.
Yeah, that's true. But what I liked about the whole introducing Team Arrow was we got a little bit of Damien Dark.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff that definitely won't make sense to people who only watch The Flash. But they were stealing a bomb from Argus. Hive is finally attacking Argus. I've been waiting for this whole season. I don't think I ever said it on the podcast, but in my head, I've been waiting for Hive and Argus to start butting heads.
Right.
So it's interesting they would reveal that in the Flash episode. Yeah,
I was actually really, really surprised.
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh, things are happening. Yeah. That was interesting. I want to see where that goes, if that has any bearing, them stealing the bomb. Although he didn't successfully steal the bomb, did he?
I think
Maybe he did, because, the Flash zoomed them all away.
Yeah, Flash just kind of took them all out of there.
Yeah, better grab them. So he probably does have that bomb, which is bad for everyone. And it's probably what they're going to be rectifying in the, Legends of Yesterday episode.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a lot of that, and then the Vandal Savage, because we know Vandal Savage is the main antagonist, and we didn't get any introduction to Rip Hunter, which I was really surprised, but there's still a part 2 of this, so... I'm
not sure Rip Hunter's even going to be in Legends of Yesterday.
He might not.
Yeah.
I was expecting... Well, if anything, I expect him to walk onto the thing at the very end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like they're going to have to resolve like Diggle and them disappearing. I feel like that's gonna not Diggle. Oops, sorry, wrong screen.
Bye
Not Diggle. Ray and
yes,
I feel like that's got to get resolved on the shows, the
on
individual
the Arrow.
shows.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
well, we'll see.
Yes, that we shall. Malcolm, I really liked, because the two that haven't been on The Flash yet were Thea and Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
I just loved twice his, like, super melodramatic drama queen entrance with his assassins behind him. It's just so funny. I lost it because it was just so... I, like, didn't hear half of what he said because I was too busy laughing.
Yeah.
But he's obviously the one who knew about Vandal Savage because he's got all the League of Assassin knowledge, and they stretch back thousands of years too.
How does he just like get the knowledge of just becoming Ra's al Ghul? He knows everything. There's a library.
It's because he's been a part of the League of Assassins for 5 years. No longer than that. When did Tommy's mom die? He was 11?
I think so.
So it's been 16 years, however long he's been a part of the League of Assassins. So he's had access to all their...
Yeah, I forgot about that because I'm thinking like he was just there, like he just recently became Raj. I'm like, did he really have all this time to just like start reading now? Like he seems to be a little preoccupied with everything that's been going on with Thea. Mm-hmm. But apparently he's been in the library. I mean, does he sleep? I don't think he sleeps.
I don't think he sleeps either. And I'm wondering if... I didn't get a good... He has a necklace. I didn't get a good look at his necklace, but I'm thinking somehow he's got... Well, this is Arrow talk now. I'm getting into Arrow territory,
but at the same time, it's relevant to this, so...
But I'm thinking somehow he has a bit of the Lazarus Pit still. Like he's keeping in his necklace. I don't know. It's just that's a crazy theory that I didn't put any extra effort into.
Right.
Just a passing thought, like maybe...
It's possible.
Not done with it.
It is definitely possible.
Yeah, so Vandal Savage, he is scary. They did a very good job of making him super spoopy and still mysterious.
Yeah.
Like he's talked, like he said things, they know a couple stuff about him, but he's still super mysterious.
Like, we don't know how he just, like, disappears. You know, he just falls off a building and just disappears.
Magic.
Yeah, magic.
That's what...
Well, that's why Barry went to Ollie, you know?
Yeah. But I think Barry's jump from dude throwing knives to he's magic was a little quick. Like, I feel like there's something missing there, story-wise.
Yeah, maybe it's a deleted scene that got taken out or something, but... he just said his gut instinct... He felt like he wasn't a metahuman, so...
Yeah. And I mean, that's kind of clear. He didn't do anything out of the... Besides, vanish a couple times. Didn't do anything out of the scope of...
I like the handcuff trick.
That was awesome!
He's just like...
As soon as he did it, I was like, magic, bitch.
He's like, I taught Houdini. I was like, oh, okay.
Did he say that?
He did.
He did.
He goes, what are you, Houdini? And he goes, I taught him.
I was probably too busy laughing again. That happened a lot this episode. It was just me I gotta watch it again before I watch the Arrow episode because I was laughing a lot.
This was such a good episode. I almost watched it twice, but I'm gonna have to watch it again. Just going right into tonight. Arrow airs tonight at the time we're recording this, so. Mm-hmm. We'll have to go back and watch that.
Definitely. So let's talk about Hawk Douche. I unfortunately can't claim ownership of that joke.
Okay.
There's an article on the internet calling him Hawk Douche.
Hawk Douche. It works.
It does work, and it goes along with a lot of versions of Carter. Because he is usually the first one
Yeah,
to get his memories back. So
I could kind of see that. He's impatient.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's impatient, and he's just like, I've done this 233 times before, and it's just like, it could get kind of tiring and monotonous, so I don't exactly expect him to be all happy about it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but he's just...
Can you imagine having to do this like 233 times to her, like wake her up all these times first?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's really got to get boring. So I don't blame him for this new characteristic of his personality.
Oh, no, totally. You can't blame him, but he is a douche. There's
Right.
no getting around that.
Right. 100%.
Oh, my God. He was pretty cool. Like, we didn't get that much of him. Mostly just him explaining things and then, you know, being chained.
Yeah. Now, their story is going to continue on in Arrow, right? I remember the synopsis we read on last week's Arrow had something to do with Hawk guy and girl.
Yeah, but that's because that's part 2 of this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just want to make sure that they were going to...
You see, now I'm getting a little confused because we talked about so much Arrow stuff. I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. We're still talking about The Flash.
Yeah. This is our Flash podcast, not our Arrow podcast. But,
I know.
But they spent... It wasn't just because, you know, they crossed over and they went to Star City.
They spent most of the time in this episode in Star City.
It's S.T.A.R now, right?
Yes.
It's not Starling anymore?
Yeah, Starling was the old name.
Okay, I'm just making sure that I remembered that correctly. Because I did just power watch a lot of Arrow, so...
Yeah, no, it is Star City.
Yeah, so they spent most of the time there.
Yeah.
So that's why there's going to be a lot of Arrow talk here.
Mm-hmm. And I have to say, when they're all like drooling over the new Arrow cave, and Cisco is like, "What have you done? The wiring is all wrong." It just goes off, and no, not Kayla, and Felicity's like, oh, okay.
She's like, well...
Did you just ignore the specs I sent you?
She's like, well, we haven't had any problems since yesterday.
Right?
I mean, and today, and, you know, come to think of it, last week.
And you know, Cisco's not going to rest until that's all fixed.
No, so we're probably going to see him fixing that in the Arrow episode.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Because I highly doubt the Arrow episode is going to take place in Central City. So both of these episodes, I think, are primarily going to be in Star City.
Well, we left off with Vandal Savage in Central City.
Yeah, it'll probably start there and transition.
Ollie, he was also in Central City.
Yeah.
So if Vandal's in Central City, and the Hawk people are going to need their staff back. It might happen in Central City. We might just be swapping cities for these episodes.
Yeah. I love the whole city joke.
Oh my God. That was great.
This is your city. Yeah, and then when they get to Central City and Ollie's just like, well, this is your city. Oh my God, I started laughing. Just the banter between the two of them is just so great.
Yeah. Cuz like now that Barry's learned so much and Ollie's matured as a person, like obviously not so mature, but
yeah,
definitely since last season he's matured as a person.
Yes, 100%.
They have a different dynamic now. They're more like equal on the same playing field, sort of like.
My favorite line was when Flash was, I just noticed you don't have sleeves.
Don't you get cold? I was stuck on an island. I like how that's what Ollie used instead of I fought/trained shirtless in the winter in Tibet on a mountain.
Right.
That was probably the one you should have referenced.
You know, it's a knock at the costume design because they want to show off more skin for Ollie. And, you know, here he is taking, it's basically the internet's, you know, their comments and going, oh, what?
Yeah.
Why did you cut the sleeves off your costume?
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it.
It's funny because that's Cisco's design. Cisco designed that for him.
Oh, I know.
So it's like Barry's making fun of what Cisco did. Okay, that was super funny because that was my reaction to it too. I'm like, your arms are now exposed. What's going on, man? Because it looks like paintball gear is really what it comes down to, like that sort of extreme sports kind of gear.
Mm-hmm.
It's grown on me though. I like it.
Yeah. What about Cisco and his big mouth though?
Yeah, he's just like, oh, thank you, Barry, and then Kendra's just standing there. Barry's like, come on, man.
Before he even opened his mouth, when I saw Flash come into the room, I go, no, Cisco's gonna fucking slip up. I knew, like, I don't know why, but I was like, he's gonna call him Barry. And
he pulled a Felicity is what happened.
Yeah, but at the same time, I guess the subliminal back of my mind knowing it was gonna happen is because we know she's Hawkgirl and we know that she's gonna be involved in Legends of Tomorrow, so they have to throw her into the mix of everything really quickly.
Oh yeah.
So I was like,
and by the time they got to Star City, they didn't even try. It was like Oliver Queen, Thea Queen, Diggle, it's like everybody.
Yep.
Welcome to the team.
Who's that? Oh, that's my dad.
God, that was so funny. He just like, Malcolm is such a drama queen.
He is. Barry's like,
he's such a drama queen.
Why does he keep doing that?
Shut the lights off. I also like how Malcolm didn't even fucking try to help. He was just like, here's some information, and me and my 10 assassins are gonna leave. It's like, maybe you could help.
He won't just, like, come in by himself. He's gotta come in with, like, the whole League of Assassins every time. Yeah. It's really funny. But, like, I just, like, looking back at all these little tiny moments, like, the plot itself, we didn't have a whole lot of plot, right? We had the thing with Dark at the beginning, which if you don't watch Arrow, you're not going to know who Dark was.
That makes sense.
They didn't explain that at all. So
which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine, but I'm glad like I got to see that through Arrow first before it spoiled it on here, because then I wouldn't, I would have known that he was a villain immediately. I kind of did already, but I don't know. Yeah, but then, and then we had the Hawkgirl, Hawkeye thing, which was really the plot of the episode, and then we had the side plot with Harrison Wells, and it was just like, I don't even know what's going on. Mm-hmm. So, in terms of actual plot, it wasn't very meaty, but it was a lot of this, interacting, and the introduction of Vandal Savage, I think, was the main purpose of this episode, and they did a great job with that.
Mm-hmm. And it's also a lot of introductions, and we're people, and we're all gonna work together now.
Yep.
Team building.
See, and then this is what gets me, because yes, it's a crossover episode, it's billed as a crossover episode, and they had to do all these introductions, but it's like they have to kind of do them again tonight on Arrow.
Yeah. For
the people that don't know who the Flash characters are, because they're not going to assume everybody watches every episode, and then especially they have to take into account Netflix, where not everybody may be watching everything, and you're just going to watch a whole season in one sitting because that's what you do when things are on Netflix. So,
yeah, I guess they do have to reset up Savage and the Hawk people.
Yeah.
But the characters, I don't think because we've gotten on Arrow Barry, Caitlin, Cisco. Mm-hmm. So they're kind of set up.
Oh, Arrow, yeah, never mind.
Unless we get, Patty or Joe.
Or Wells.
Or Jay.
Or anybody.
Anybody else, really.
Anyone who's not Barry, Cisco.
Caitlin.
And was Joe? I don't remember. I think Joe was.
Right, because Joe and Lance had the
Yep.
father's-daughter lying fest conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. I don't know. We'll see how they handle that. I think they'll do a good job. They did a good job in this episode.
They did. But like I said, it wasn't a lot of plot. It was a lot of just and that's what I liked the most about it. It was just fun. It was just a fun episode all around, and
very fun.
Yeah.
As usual, or as a lot of times with Hawkgirl, when Carter comes around and is like, yo, we lovers from Egyptian times, she's interested in somebody else.
Yep.
And that's always really, really awkward. So she's
for everyone involved.
She's with Cisco. For everyone involved, exactly. Even Cisco's like, she's a hot lady that kisses me. It's like, what are you doing?
Notice he did not refer to her as his girlfriend, though.
I know. I'm just like, Cisco, what are you doing? Do not tell a room full of people that she's a hot lady that kisses you.
Why not? That seems like a very Cisco thing to do.
It really is. It really is.
In fact, that's how I'm going to introduce my next girl.
Hey guys, this is this person, hot lady who kisses me.
Yep.
Oh
you could see me doing that too.
I could, and I also see me and Nikki and Mike and John all face planting on the table. Yeah, that's gonna get weird. I like her and Cisco. So.
Yeah, because Cisco's still totally in love with her.
Yeah. And he's got to tell her real quick.
You know, and then I don't know, because when she had the awakening, when she woke up and got her wings, it was just like, she's like, I gotta learn how to use these, so it doesn't seem like she's fully awakened to me.
No. Well, I think her caring about Cisco is blocking.
Yeah, probably.
Stuff. Yeah, she's already gotten flashes of her and Carter going, So.
Some hot dude that kisses her.
Hot dude. Yeah. But yeah, she's got the wings now, but you're right, she doesn't really know how to use them because that landing was really bad. She just
Yeah.
gotta work on them landings. Yeah.
It's interesting that they're attracted to the staff as well, though.
Mm-hmm. Funny you should say that. That's literally the next thing I was gonna say.
Oh, it's like I knew.
Yeah.
I really didn't.
You really don't, though. So the staff of Horus is the thing that, a relic that from their past.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was in some church in Central City. And,
Vandal Savage has it.
Yeah, he's got it. He blew up the church. I love Ollie's like comment. He's like, no chance. Was that Ollie's comment or Barry's comment? No chance.
Barry was the one. Do you think he blew himself up? And Ollie was just like, no chance.
No. Yeah.
And Barry was just like, so I could call this one a draw. I'm okay with that.
That was funny. But the staff of Horus. It's gonna be related to the Rod of Ra, or the Staff of Ra, or whatever was in the Constantine episode of Arrow recently. Mm-hmm. Spoilers. But I think ancient Egyptian artifacts are gonna be a little common now.
I was actually waiting for an Ollie flashback this episode, because this actually felt more like an Arrow episode to me.
It really did.
Than it did for a Flash, and I'm like, wait, where's all the Ollie stuff? I was legit like waiting for a flashback.
Well, since Vandal has the Staff of Ra, we're gonna get those flashbacks in the Arrow episode because we're gonna still be dealing with Savage.
Yeah. He's
gonna have the staff, and it's gonna be an Arrow episode next time. So I'm sure we're gonna get that in the Arrow.
But Ollie didn't seem like he knew what the staff was, so I don't know.
So that's a different staff.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the Staff of Horus. The Staff of Ra was
Gotcha. Okay.
Which is in 2 pieces, actually. Because the jewel part, Ollie took to the weird Baron dude.
Gotcha. Yeah.
The other part, Constantine has. So, I don't know if the Staff of Ra is going to have any bearing. It might trigger some, be a reason for us to have flashbacks for Ollie, but...
Yeah. Oh.
Since Constantine is the one who has it. Yeah, we'll have
I don't believe Constantine is scheduled for any more flashbacks though, so.
Yeah. It's gonna be next half season or so.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about him for the next half season. That does not mean he won't. But The next thing that we know for sure that they're trying to get him into is the second season of Legends of Tomorrow, which I'm already loving that they're talking about a second season before the first season is even aired.
Yeah, well, these two shows are doing so well, they have so much confidence in this.
Yeah.
With good reason, too.
And if this is any indication on how this is all going to play out, granted we didn't really get any of Ray or Firestorm in this episode. Like, yeah. Firestorm's been laying low. Like, where the hell has the Doctor been? Like, he got fused with the other half, and he's been just missing since then.
Well, no, they went somewhere, right? There was a scene where they, like, suited up and left.
Okay.
They went back to Chicago. They were finishing what Stein and Ronnie were doing.
Okay.
They came back to Central City.
Because I'm like, where the fuck did they go?
They went to Chicago.
I must have like overlooked that scene or something. Because I've been like, they're just gone. Like, nobody's even said anything.
Yeah, that was the scene where Caitlin gave the compass to.
Oh yeah.
That was
okay.
When they were leaving.
Totally forgot about that for some reason.
Yeah. So let's talk about Patty and how.
Just.
Joe.
Haven't they learned anything?
No, Joe hasn't learned a fucking thing.
Like, if you're taking somebody into your meta team task force, you gotta kind of clue them in on different things that are going on.
Well, now she's gonna be forced to join, to like learn about all of this stuff, because she shot Wells, not Wells.
Wells, not Wells. Hashtag Wells, not Wells.
And geez, that was. I did not expect that, because usually when people say, "Take another step and I'll shoot," they don't shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So Harrison took a step and she just shot him in the chest. It was like,
in her defense, she legit thought that was a gun, and I could totally see that. So yeah, I don't fault her for that. Like, that's a legitimate time to take a shot if you're gonna take one, especially knowing his history.
Someone who's supposed to be dead, who is a murderer.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Or who's the other version of him was a murderer.
Yeah, so. I 100% blame Joe for this.
I do too, and Joe is like, "Get out." I'm like, "Joe, no, this is your fault."
Yeah.
Joe, your fault. Let's acknowledge that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. That's just way too much.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Poor Patty's just standing there like, "What do I do? I don't know what's happening."
But the solution did kind of answer one of our big questions about Jay.
Yes.
He is, in fact, tuned into the Speed Force.
Yes.
Or has been.
Yes. And he talks about it like he knows it better than Barry does.
Right.
Because he talks about it like it's a living thing.
And this is the first time he's ever mentioned it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this would have been pertinent information to share with Barry, a while ago.
Probably. But I don't know how that's going to change Barry's relationship to it if he knows that it's alive. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if that's going to...
Probably a little bit better.
Maybe.
I mean...
Right, because he is still suffering from a block.
Yeah, you get more respect for living things than you do,
That's true.
non-living things.
Yeah.
So having a respect for something like that should help their relationship, so to speak.
Yeah. Maybe that'll help. But they made a serum that, increases connectivity to the Speed Force. Although it is temporary, and Jay is never going to use it again.
Or so he says.
I believe him.
I don't disbelieve him. But
we did see how quickly he took it.
After saying he was not taking it.
No. How quickly he took it after he knew he was the only option to save a life.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to take it, and then she said, "You are literally his only hope of surviving. If you do not do this, Wells dies."
He is her Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not that old.
No.
Jedi.
Yeah, or Jedi. But like I 100% believe he has the intention of never using it again.
Yes.
But
But if he is the only chance to save Barry or to save the city, or he's going to do it.
or to stop Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think he's still afraid of Zoom. He's still running from Zoom.
I'm still hoping that New Wells is Zoom. Because then that's going to really kick himself for saving.
Right?
You know?
And I don't know. I don't think I believe that. But I do think he's still A, an asshole, and B, hiding something.
100%. It's too obvious that he's Zoom. That makes me want to believe that he's still Zoom. Because I think they're trying to pull the double bluff on us. You know, they're like, oh, you're never going to think that he's Zoom because he was Reverse Flash, so that's just too obvious. When the obvious answer is the double bluff, makes it the perfect answer, you know?
Oh. My favorite theory is that it is Earth 2 Barry.
Yeah, that is a good theory.
Favorite theory.
I like that.
I'm waiting with bated breath for Wally. Soon.
Or what about Kid Flash?
Bart.
Yes.
That would be Jay's... Would that be Jay? No. Bart. No, that would be Barry's grandkid from the future? Is Bart Allen. Whiz.
I want to see more counterparts. They were talking about Ollie's Earth 2 counterpart. He's probably like fat and bald. I would love to see that.
The conversation was so weird.
It was. I mean, when Felicity was just like, oh, you're here. You didn't tell me about Zoom. Why didn't you tell me about Zoom? Zoom broke your back. And it's just like, Ollie's like, I have more bruises from her than I did when I was on the island.
It's funny because this is the second time that's happened where Barry's been injured, or last case, he woke up from a coma and didn't tell Felicity.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's a running theme. Barry doesn't tell her shit.
But she's all over the place. She's with Barry. She's with Ollie. She's with Ray. She's back with Ollie. You know,
she was
it's
never
just
with
like,
Barry.
no, but they shared she's some hot girl that kissed him. You know, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think there's just one thing left to say. You got introduced to Ollie's kid.
Yes. I
Didn't think he'd be that old though.
This was kind of set up last episode of The Flash.
It was only 6 years ago?
The Flash crossover, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. Was it 6 years ago?
Well, no. When she was pregnant. Because it's been...
How long has Ollie been off the island?
Oh, wait. No, you're right. Because it's 5 plus... Wow, okay, so that kid is old. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Never mind. I did math wrong.
Math is hard.
So the kid's probably 8.
Okay. Yeah, he looked about 8.
Yeah. Yes, no, this was set up in the last crossover because
I actually forgot about it.
Ollie's mom gave her money, sent her to Central City.
Yeah, I totally forgot about this, and I remember it now in the last crossover episode we had, and I remember they showed her or something. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, okay.
And you were like, who is this bitch? And I'm like, hold on, let me tell you a story.
Yep. And, and then they showed it again previously on Flash and Arrow, and, they set it up again, and then the whole episode, everything was going on, totally forgot about it, and then as soon as I saw the kid, drop the Flash action figure, and
that was adorable.
That was great, and and then Ollie just before that mentioning the Flash drink, and when Barry was like, well, maybe when you save Star City, I was like, didn't he save the whole place from collapsing? And
no, it collapsed. The undertaking was a success. I mean, it didn't completely destroy the blades, but it did most of the job. So that, yeah, no, that, and that's the thing, because the Flash's relationship with Central City is amazing.
Right.
And the Arrow's relationship with Star City is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, nobody likes him. He used to kill a lot of people, you know, so, yeah, no, there wouldn't be a Green Arrow action figure. There would be a Flash action figure.
Yeah, no, it totally makes sense. But then you see him go over to his mother, and I was just like, my jaw just dropped. And then I see Ollie just staring at his, and then Barry's just like, he looks over at Ollie like, what the fuck are you looking at? Like, you were just talking to this kid. Now what the hell's going on? So.
Yeah. That's some shit.
That is.
And it's funny because as soon as they show the beginning of this episode, I sat down to watch this episode, the beginning where it was like, last time on Flash and Arrow, and it showed her, I was like, I was going to mention that in one of the recent times we did the Arrow. Yeah. I was going to mention it because I was like, it's been a while since that's been a thing.
Yep.
And now it's a thing.
It is.
There you go.
So how long before that kid puts on a mask?
I don't know. Wait, there is... Because he does become a hero. Ollie's son does put on a mask.
Oh, okay.
I forget what his code name is, though.
It's Kid Arrow.
It's not.
What I think the perfect setup for this would be, since Legends of Tomorrow is going to deal with so much time travel, is to introduce him as an adult. See him and maybe pull him into the past as an adult to work with Ollie and stuff would be really, really interesting.
Yeah.
And it could get even more interesting to find out that Ollie's dead in the future and the kid didn't know his father, you know, and...
Oh, that'd be crazy.
You know, get to spend some time in the past with his dad. I don't know, it would be really cool, so... Because now we'd be going into, you know, the rest of Arrow going, oh my god, when does Ollie die, you know? And you said that they're kind of catching up on his flashbacks on Arrow too. So
because season 5 will be the last year on the island because it's been 5 years.
Yeah.
So,
we'll see.
Next season of Arrow. It seems like his son takes up the Green Arrow identity, but I can't find what his name is because I know him and I know that they're heroes at the same time in the comics. I just can't find the kid's identity. Doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
I'll find it for next time.
Okay.
But
I said okay then.
Okay then. What's the next episode? Running to Stand Still.
Okay.
When Mark Martin, aka the Weather Wizard, returns.
Wait, who?
Mark Martin.
Martin. Okay, I thought you said Mark Martin, which is a NASCAR driver, and I was like, wait, what?
Mardon.
Okay, got it.
Martin, the Weather Wizard, returns to break Leonard Snart, a.k.a. Captain Cold, and Jesse James, a.k.a. the Trickster, out of Iron Heights. Barry must stop these rogues from taking over Central City during Christmas. Meanwhile, Joe and Iris meet Wally West!
Ooh, what a great...
What did I just say?
What a great mid-season finale.
I know, though. It's going to be fantastic.
It is going to be fantastic.
Oh, man. I just have this vision of, like, oh, wait, where is he? Where's my little tiny Captain Cold? No, where is he? I don't know where I put him. Can't find him. Here he is.
Oh.
He's so cute. I can't wait, because I just see him turning around on the Trickster and Martin, and them being like, oh, look, you're not such a bad guy after all, Captain Cold, are you? You're a cutie pie. I can't wait. I'm such a sucker for, like, bad guys who are good people.
You did tell me that you were going to call Snart a cutie pie in this episode, and I didn't believe you. I didn't believe you.
Yep, you shoulda. I'm such a sucker for bad guys who are good people. So that's that. Dom, where can people find you?
You can find me down below at Phenomedom, PHENOMEDOM.
You can find me at Cleomoto on the socials and on Twitch at the Cleomoto, and you can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, MySpace, and right here on YouTube. Did I throw you off?
Space.
For some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows, and leave comments. I want to see comments.
Down there. They go down there.
Wally and Snart and stuff.
What are you guys most excited for Legends of Tomorrow? Put it down below.
What?
I'm most excited for everything.
Yes. All the things.
All the things.